Hello, my dear listeners, and welcome to English Mindset. I want you to pause for a moment and take a deep breath, because what you are about to hear may completely change the way you see English and the way you see yourself as a learner. Many people believe that English is something difficult, something heavy, something that only a few talented people can truly master. But let me tell you the truth, English is not difficult. English is not impossible. And most importantly, you already have everything inside you to become fluent. I know that when you try to speak, you sometimes hesitate. Your mind goes blank, your heart beats fast, and you freeze. You understand words when you read them, you recognize sentences when you hear them, but when it's your turn to open your mouth, fear arrives. Fear of mistakes, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being good enough. And because of that fear, you stay silent. But silence is not your destiny. You were born to express yourself, to connect with people, to use English as a tool for your dreams. Think about this. How did you learn your first language? You didn't study grammar books or memorize long lists of words. You listened, you copied, you practiced, you made mistakes, and you kept trying until words flowed naturally. This is exactly how you will learn English today. From this moment, I want you to let go of fear and accept that mistakes are not the end, they are the beginning. This podcast will be your companion, your guide, and your daily practice. Together, we will make English not just something you study, but something you live. Before we go further, let's talk honestly about why so many people struggle with English. The first and biggest reason is fear. Fear sits in the mind like a heavy stone. You worry about saying the wrong word, about people laughing at you, about sounding strange. This fear makes you quiet, even though deep inside you want to speak. But remember, mistakes are not a sign of failure, they are proof that you are learning. Another common struggle is the habit of translating. Many learners think in their native language first and then try to translate every sentence into English. This makes speaking slow, stressful, and sometimes confusing. Imagine trying to run a race while carrying a heavy backpack. That is exactly what translation does, it slows you down and steals your confidence. The third reason is lack of practice. Some learners spend years studying grammar and vocabulary, but they never use English in daily life. They know the rules, they know the words, but they cannot connect them quickly in real conversations. It's like learning to swim by only reading books about water. Until you jump in, you will never truly swim. Another struggle is comparison. You look at someone who speaks better than you and suddenly you feel small, like you are not good enough. But remember, every learner is on a unique journey. The person you compare yourself to may have practiced for years. Instead of comparing, focus on your own steps, your own progress. Finally, many people fail because they try to be perfect. They wait until they know everything before they speak. But perfection is an enemy of progress. The truth is, you don't need perfect grammar to communicate. You just need courage, simple sentences, and daily practice. Once you understand these struggles, you can start breaking free from them. The very first step to speaking English fluently is not about books, grammar, or vocabulary. It begins in your mind. If you believe English is difficult, your brain will resist every lesson. But if you start believing that English is easy, your brain will open, absorb faster, and learn naturally. Mindset is the foundation of fluency. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby doesn't stop after falling once or twice. He falls again and again, but he gets up each time until one day he walks without effort. This is how language learning works. Mistakes are not proof that you can't do it. They are signs that you are moving forward. If you are making mistakes, it means you are learning. From today, I want you to use powerful affirmations. Say to yourself every morning, English is easy. I can speak English. I am improving every day. These words are not magic, but they shape the way your brain sees learning. If you constantly tell yourself, my English is bad, you will feel stuck. But if you tell yourself, I am learning and getting better every day, you will feel motivated to continue. Another important mindset change is to let go of perfection. Too many learners wait until they know everything before they speak. But that day will never come. You don't need perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation to communicate. You just need courage and practice. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. So, your new mindset should be simple: English is not a subject to study, it is a skill to live. The more you use it, the better you become. The more you speak, the more confident you grow. Change your thoughts, and your English will change with them. Now that you have changed your mindset, the next step is to surround yourself with English every single day. Many people think they must move to an English-speaking country to become fluent, but that's not true. You can create your own English environment wherever you are. The secret is to make English a natural part of your life. Start with something simple: change the language on your phone and computer to English. Every time you open an app, read a message, or check your settings, you will see English. Without even trying, your brain will get used to the words you see daily. Next, begin thinking in English. Instead of translating from your native language, train your mind to use simple English sentences. For example, when you wake up, say in your mind, I will brush my teeth. When you cook, think, I am making rice. When you go outside, say, the weather is nice today. At first, it feels strange, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful method is self-talk. Stand in front of the mirror and have short conversations with yourself. Say, hello, how are you today? I feel good. I have a lot to do, but I am ready. This may sound funny, but it builds confidence quickly because you practice without fear of judgment. You can also label objects around your house. Write the English name of each item on a small paper and stick it on your door, chair, or refrigerator. Every time you see it, say the word aloud, this is a chair. The chair is in the room. This small habit trains your brain to connect English words with real life. The more English surrounds you, the faster fluency will come. One of the biggest mistakes English learners make is believing they must master grammar before they can start speaking. This belief stops many people from ever opening their mouths. The truth is, you don't need perfect grammar to communicate. You need confidence, simple sentences, and the courage to use the English you already know. Think about how children learn their first language. They don't sit with grammar books or study verb tenses. They listen, they copy, and they speak. At first, their sentences are short and sometimes incorrect, but nobody stops them. Instead, people encourage them, and slowly their grammar improves naturally. This is exactly how you should learn English. Instead of memorizing grammar rules, focus on patterns and useful phrases. For example, rather than studying the structure of the present continuous tense, just practice sentences like, I am eating. She is going to school. They are playing football. When you repeat these simple patterns often, grammar becomes automatic. You don't think about rules, you simply speak. Another key is listening and copying. Pay attention to how native speakers talk in movies, podcasts, or conversations. Don't just understand the meaning, repeat the sentence out loud. For example, if you hear, I'm going to the store, say it immediately after. Copy the tone, the rhythm, the way the words connect. This is how grammar and fluency grow together. Remember, communication is about connection, not perfection. If you make a mistake but people understand you, you have succeeded. Over time, your grammar will improve naturally as you listen and practice more. But if you wait for perfection before speaking, you may never speak at all. So, stop worrying about grammar and start focusing on communication. Speak now, improve later. That is the path to real fluency. Now that you know mindset, immersion, and communication matter more than grammar, it's time to bring English into your real life. The fastest way to become fluent is to connect English with the things you do every single day. You don't need to wait for a classroom or a textbook. Your daily routine is already the best practice ground. Let's start with your morning. When you wake up, don't stay silent, use English immediately. Say, good morning. I feel fresh today. I will brush my teeth and get ready for the day. When you make breakfast, talk about it, I am making coffee. This bread smells good. Even if you are alone, speak out loud. The more you practice daily expressions, the easier they will flow in real conversations. When you go outside, practice again. Imagine you are at the market. Say, I need to buy vegetables. How much are these tomatoes? Even if you're not speaking to a real seller, just role-play the situation. If you meet a friend, practice simple conversations. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. Do you want to go for a walk? These short dialogues may feel basic, but they build your speaking muscles. At night, keep practicing. Talk to your family in English or simply review your day aloud. Today was busy. I worked a lot, but I also learned new words. This habit of reflecting in English will train your brain to think naturally without translation. Remember, fluency does not come from studying harder, but from using English in real life. If you practice English while brushing your teeth, shopping, cooking, or relaxing, you will no longer see English as a subject, you will see it as a lifestyle. That's when real progress happens. Many learners know English words but still hesitate to speak because they worry about pronunciation or feel shy. Let me tell you something important, you don't need a perfect accent to be understood. You don't have to sound British or American. What matters is speaking clearly and with confidence so people can understand you easily. The fastest way to improve pronunciation is through listening and copying. Choose a short video, podcast, or even a single sentence. Listen carefully to how native speakers say it, then repeat it exactly. Copy their rhythm, tone, and speed. For example, if you hear, "I want to go to the park," don't just read it, say it the way they do. This daily habit will make your pronunciation natural over time. Another tip is to speak slowly and clearly. Many learners try to talk fast because they think speed equals fluency. But speaking too quickly can make your words unclear. Instead, focus on clarity. When you pronounce every word with confidence, people will understand you better, and you will feel more in control. Recording yourself is also a powerful method. Pick a short text, read it aloud, and record your voice. Then compare it with a native speaker. You will notice small differences in sounds, stress, or intonation. Correct yourself step by step, and you will improve quickly. But pronunciation is only one part of the problem. The other part is confidence. To build confidence, you must practice speaking every day, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes. Talk to yourself in the mirror, speak to a friend, or record voice notes. Use the 3-second rule. When someone asks you a question, don't wait too long. Answer within 3 seconds, even with simple words. The more you speak without fear, the more confident you will become. Remember, confidence grows from action, not from waiting. Speak daily, pronounce clearly, and believe in your voice. Fluency will follow. One of the biggest secrets to fluency is training your brain to think directly in English. Most learners translate from their native language first, and this creates delay, hesitation, and stress. Imagine this process: you think in your language, then translate into English, then try to speak. By the time you finish, the moment is gone. To become fluent, you must cut out the translation step and go straight from thought to English words. How do you do this? Start small. In the morning, look around your room and name things in English: bed, pillow, window, sunlight. Don't translate, just see and name. Later, move to short sentences. When you brush your teeth, think, "I am brushing my teeth." When you cook, say, "I am making rice." These simple sentences will train your mind to connect actions directly with English words. Another powerful technique is self-talk. Every day, spend 5 to 10 minutes speaking to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing, how you feel, or what you plan for the day. For example, "I will wear a blue shirt today." "I feel excited because I have a meeting." "After lunch, I will study English." The more you do this, the faster your brain will think in English naturally. Listening is also essential. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, or read simple books in English. When you hear a sentence, repeat it out loud and imagine yourself using it. This habit not only improves pronunciation but also teaches your brain to form English thoughts without translation. At first, you may forget words. That's okay. Don't stop. Use another simple word to express yourself. For example, if you forget hungry, you can say, "I want to eat." Fluency is not about using big words, it's about speaking without fear. With consistent practice, you will notice something amazing: English sentences will come to you automatically. That is the true sign of fluency. My amazing students, we have now reached the end of this journey together, but in reality, this is not the end at all. This is the beginning of something powerful, the beginning of your fluency journey. You have learned the steps: change your mindset, surround yourself with English, focus on communication instead of grammar, practice through your daily life, improve your pronunciation and confidence, and finally, train yourself to think directly in English. These are not just tips, they are a new way of living with the language. Now I want to leave you with something even more important: encouragement and belief. Because no matter how many methods you learn, nothing will work if you give up too soon. Fluency is not built in one day or one week. It grows little by little, like a plant that you water every day. Some days you will see growth, other days you will feel stuck, but as long as you keep watering, your English will bloom. Remember, the biggest obstacle is not grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. The biggest obstacle is fear. Fear of mistakes, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being good enough. But fear is only a shadow. The more you face it, the smaller it becomes. Mistakes are not proof of weakness, they are proof of progress. Each time you speak, even with mistakes, you are winning. I want you to promise yourself something today: never stay silent because of fear. Speak, even if your sentence is short. Speak, even if your pronunciation is not perfect. Speak, because every word you say makes you stronger. Fluency does not come from being perfect, it comes from being brave enough to keep going. Make English a part of your life. Wake up and greet yourself in English. Think in English when you walk down the street. Talk to yourself, talk to your friends, talk to your family if possible. Listen to podcasts, watch movies, read books, and keep your ears open. Let English be the music that plays in the background of your day. And when you feel tired, when you feel like progress is slow, remember this: every single step counts. Even 5 minutes of practice is better than nothing. The key is not perfection, it is consistency. Small actions repeated daily create big results over time. So as we close this episode, I want you to carry these words in your heart: I can speak English. I am improving every day. English is part of my life. Nothing can stop me from learning. Say it often. Believe it deeply. Live it fully. You are not just learning a language. You are opening doors to opportunities, friendships, careers, and new worlds. Keep going, keep practicing, and keep believing. Your fluency is not a dream, it is your future. And that future starts now.